Long, long ago, before the memories of the elders faded, there was a land called Azekolo. Azekolo was a blessed land. The earth knew its seasons and obeyed them. When it was time for rain, rain fell. When it was time for sunshine, the sun shone gently upon the people. Crops grew tall and healthy, heavy with fruit. Goats, sheep, and cattle multiplied in the pens, and hunger was a stranger in the land. One morning, before the cock crowed for the second time, the people woke up to an unusual sight. Livestock sheds stood open, their doors swinging slowly in the early breeze. Inside, some animals were gone. No footprints could be traced, no rope was cut, no sound had been heard in the night. Anger rose before wisdom. Fathers called their children and beat them. Mothers scolded with bitter words. "You play too much," they said. "You do not listen. How can you sleep without closing the animal sheds properly?" Some children cried until their voices broke. Some were denied food that morning, and they went about the day with empty stomachs and heavy hearts. Then for one full week, nothing happened. No animal went missing. No shed was opened. The land became calm again. The parents believed the matter was settled and warned their children never to lie again, saying it was carelessness that caused the loss. But the land had not finished speaking. After that 1 week, the people woke again. And once more the sheds were open. More animals were missing. Fear entered Azekolo quietly and sat among the people. They whispered among themselves. They looked at one another with suspicion. Yet as the sun rose higher, everyone returned to their daily work, for a hungry man must still farm, even when fear walks beside him. Among the farmers of Azekolo was a man called Alaki. Alaki was not a man of many words. He rose early, before the sky fully opened its eyes, and he followed the same narrow path to his farm every day. That morning, the land felt strangely silent. No bird greeted the dawn. Even the wind seemed to be holding its breath. As Alaki walked, his sandals pressing softly against the earth, his eyes caught something dark lying ahead. He stopped. There on the ground before him lay a black feather. At first, Alaki thought his eyes were deceiving him. He moved closer. The closer he came, the heavier his heart became. This was no ordinary feather. It was not the feather of a hawk, nor of an eagle, nor of any bird known to man. The feather was as large as a plantain leaf. The grass beneath it was pressed flat, as though something great and heavy had rested there. Alaki stood still for a long moment, listening. The land remained quiet. He bent slightly and examined it without touching it. His mind searched for answers but found none. What kind of creature, he wondered, walks the night and leaves behind a feather like this? After a long hesitation, curiosity defeated fear. Alaki reached out and lifted the feather with both hands. It was heavier than it looked. As he raised it, the wind stirred suddenly, and the sky seemed to darken, though the sun was still young. Alaki felt a chill run through his body, yet he did not drop the feather. He thought to himself, perhaps this thing has value, perhaps it can be sold. So Alaki placed the giant feather upon his shoulder and turned toward the market. As he walked, the village ahead of him laughed and traded, unaware. Behind him, the land of Azekolo watched in silence. Alaki did not know, no man could have known, that by lifting that feather from the earth, he had lifted a curse with it, and so began the misery of Azekolo.